Hello guys, and welcome back to Galactic Ruler. In the last episode, we've gotten pretty damn close to meeting some brand new, well, our first ever, aliens. Starting this episode, however, we have finished our first ever energy collector, and oh my good fucking god, just building a single energy collector produces so much energy, way more than energy facilities on a planet would make. Like, it's like worth 100 of them, basically, or maybe at least worth 50 of them, this default energy collector. We have it built, and I also just went into the priorities and saw I had added a bunch of stuff, so I set it back to outpost focus. I'm not quite sure why the priorities just keep changing on me. Yeah, like it's done it here too. It's just like completely reset or something. So we go change this. Maybe I didn't set these from the right screen or something. But these locations here should all be under outpost, essentially. Maybe I had put it on myself somehow at some point. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense, no matter how you look at it. But going back and setting everything again, everything seems to be getting set pretty well. Now, here's the new thing I have to learn. How do I actually exploit all this energy production? Is it automatic like an SRU, or I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I really have absolutely no idea. What I do know is we could put a second energy collector here and still have 2 defense platforms on it. These exploited outposts, they don't need militaries. They just need to produce things. Although this one's interesting. It has an ice asteroid next to it that it could produce from as well. That would, however, limit the total amount that I could actually exploit easily, and that would make it so I have like just so much production. I do wonder if I built a single ore harvester here, would it go even further away than right here to actually acquire ore? I guess it probably would. Like maybe if I just built one ore harvester on my own location, it would harvest all the ore available in the system, no matter how slow that is. I'm not really sure. But for now, I guess the one energy collector is good. Since I did go around handing out a bunch of goods, I could get a lot of production going anyway on these. Like, these locations here do have a lot of ore availability. Specifically, I guess, stuff like that. How does this even work in terms of harvesting ore? From asteroids specifically. Okay. There's a chance that I maybe just didn't research what was necessary to harvest ore. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, yeah, that is a completely different building. The stellar mining stations here. This is how you do that. The colony system is going to be really weird because I don't know if it's automated to actually provide us with stuff. Automated mining facilities for an advanced mining. I think I'll put that on the research queue. I think we're missing stuff to get there. The quantum computers. Okay, that comes after quantum computers. So the stellar mining facilities actually just flat out come later. Also unpause the quantum calculations for right now. Quantum computers doesn't have long until it's done. Stellar colony ships is progressing, but still has a ways to go as well. And meanwhile, our survey ship is very, very slowly making its way across the system, no matter what speed I end up leaving it at. But I will alert you the moment I see that we have accomplished that. And I'm meanwhile going to try to wrap my head around how the AI by default utilizes all this energy and whatnot that it amasses. If I remember correctly, I was going to start building on Luna, but I ended up not doing that. Or at least it seems like I ended up not doing that, because nothing's building. It's not even a trace of me placing anything. I was probably just looking at a bunch of other stuff. Oh yes, I was looking at what it would take to build stuff. So this is just like 70,000 or more tons if you include the thing that goes underneath it, the actual complex. There's a lot of ore right frickin' there. Agriculture's harvesting automatically, and it's more than sufficient. That's not used in producing finished goods anyway. The 1 million that I gave to this place may be just entirely excessive. I feel like it could just be excessive, honestly. But let's see. So we can only fit 2 ore facilities here. There's nothing else that can fit there, not even agriculture. So putting a single or multiple or entirely finished goods setup here would be good. This is going to use a lot of tons just to get that one building, but right now I built 2 energy collectors. I've ordered them to build 2 ore mines, and I'm ordering them to build an industrial complex. Oh yeah, the complex. And the finished goods all right here. It says it's going to take fucking forever. Maybe due to the lack of supply. This is not a very good location for supply, so maybe I should also go ahead and add, say... Well, I'd say probably an airbase, maybe. That would probably be a good idea. They have the goods to make it. And then I could also make a simple road network, like so. Of just like that, connecting all this. All the basics to get their colony started. They might need more investments than the million I sent them, actually, realistically, based on all this. But we'll see. They should have enough to get going anyway. I do have another survey ship that's ready to go. And plenty of places that need exploring. I still don't understand why Pungain is the way it is. Why is there like a big alert mark here? Well, what's wrong with this unit? Look at this, see this big alert mark? I don't know what that means, and I don't know how to look at it. Unit is experiencing difficulties. What difficulties? I guess it's pretty low on energy. That could be it. Do they just like blow up when they run out of energy and they don't know how to get any energy? It's the first time I've seen that. So if that one blows up, well, I know why. All right, it's official. We have discovered aliens. Here they are. They're the Raptorian race. I'm not too sure. Oh, thank God they tell me all the stuff about them. So they're an independent. They like information. They're very balanced. So a balanced reptile race that lives in thin atmospheres. So we can't actually live in their atmospheres and they can't live in ours. Wow, my face looks fucked up. But they're a monarchy. I'm a democracy. Okay. But generally speaking, I don't think we shouldn't be able to get along. You know, they don't live in planets that we live in. First contact with an alien faction. I guess this is just guaranteed. We start out with terrible ratings at first, but it appears very acceptable. Okay, let's go ahead and get that first contact. I don't know if we want to actually, I feel like we shouldn't be trying to survey now that we've actually found them, however. And I guess I'll update you on that in a moment. But going ahead, let's see. Exchange successful. Okay, so they accepted the first contact. Now we can consulate. An opening to negotiations and a general recognition of each other's sovereignty appears very acceptable. Okay, I feel like that should be included in the first contact if the first contact, you know, works in this way. But there it is. It's not like they're not flying out to attack me or anything, so we have a consulate. All right, that's cool. So now we have all this other stuff. We can share FTL beacons, allowing them to use beacons, and this is what I wanted to bring up in a moment, which we'll get to. But we can now engage in diplomacy with them, though right now, upon initial meeting, they just hate us as a default. And I doubt that they would actually accept anything. And so this is what I wanted to point out. Let me find the fucker. Here he is. So this guy got down to 32 energy, and I'm pretty sure that other survey ship died because he ran out of energy. And here's why I think this. In Supreme Ruler, when you have a plane, they're not usually, a lot of the time, smart enough to always go back to a landing strip to refuel. When that happens, they spontaneously explode without warning. And you know, that's just up to dumb AI. And I think the survey ships here are even dumber, where they 100% of the time will not think of going back to fuel up so long as they have a survey order. So I went ahead and I started FTLing it back. I'm noting that when FTLing, they don't actually use normal energy. And I set up a beacon, my first ever beacon. It has to be in neutral space. It can't be in your own space. But I put it right next to me and Luna over here. No other alien species can use my beacon. So I have this beacon that they can teleport in on. This is the only place that really matters, right? So now anytime anyone returns here, they could just come right to this beacon and come right home. I think by default, anyone arriving here would just go to a random location, but this will allow survey ships, yeah, go to beacon. Oh, I could even just jump there. Survey ships to jump in, and then they would be able to immediately go refuel, re-energize based on where I put the beacon. So that's kind of my idea there. I'm just going to have this FTL over to Parth, because there's no point exploring over here. Those lizards own it, and we're not going to really be able to do anything there. So we've finished quantum computers, which unlocks a whole bunch of other things that I now have to pick from. Which is more important here? I would love to get the orbital weapons platforms developed, actually, because then I'd get rid of the defense platforms and just start building those instead. And I'm going to slow it down a little bit. If we see here, we got a whole nother location. So basically what this means is I have to min-max, ooh, another colony ship, that's big. I have to min-max all these survey ships, not just in sending them to places, but I have to make sure they go home. Beam weapons installed, beam weapons pending refit. Oh, wow. I didn't even know these came with weapons. These come with weapons? Apparently they do. Did not know that. That's cool. But I have to make sure to send them home manually. Otherwise, they will just spontaneously explode. So if we look at our statistics here, oh, we can see the Raptirians here. They have 3 allies. That means they have less colonies than us. We can see the Raptirian Neber Pra. We can see their colonies now. If I get rid of colonies from here, there you go. You can see the military statistics are here. Unit kills, losses. We have 1 loss because our survey ships blew the fuck up. I don't know that these guys have survey ships in any other location. Like, I don't know that they have stellar survey ships. Sure, they've gone ahead and explored and done all this stuff, but I don't actually know that they have quite figured out how to go into everything around them. So for now, we might still be ahead. A lot of research is opening up, though. We're out of the tunnel. We have a lot of research available to us. We may want to start speeding up our research, but for that, we're going to have to build planet side here. Where are they? Some research buildings, research centers. Yeah, we start with 1 slot, get another from the research center. We might want to start building some more research centers here. We have a barracks on our home, some finished goods factories on our home. That doesn't even seem very smart, but I probably put research centers just kind of around the capital. Where's our 1 research center? It's not even here. That's funny. Right now, just these 2 researches that we're doing are apparently using 500,000 megawatts a day, which is a lot, but not an insane amount. AI in Supreme Ruler games tend to build a whole lot of research buildings, which is usually maybe not the smartest, but it's what they choose to do. I'm going to go ahead and just make 1 for now. It takes 640 days just to make 1. Holy shit. Maybe we might want to add a second one then. Yeah. I'm going to add a second one. I guess just 2 in Runa. And Runa is just going to be like this research hub, I guess. Sure, why not? Where's the other one that was here at the start? It's way the fuck out here in some... Wait, what? Random location. This is just going between cities. This is not going between research centers. Okay, here's the other research center. It's on a military complex. You know, I really don't like that. Not at all. But I'm going to get 2 of these buildings. 640 days, that means 6.4 years to actually get that. I think we've only come roughly exactly that amount of time since the start of the game. Had I known that energy would have gotten under control so easily, I would have started building them much earlier. But that's okay, sure. That's why I'm building 2. Maybe I should just build up this whole fucking plot. It's going to build super slowly to the point where the finished goods demand of it won't really be that big of a deal. So maybe just due to the fact that I'm starting so late on building them, I should just fill up an entire hex so I have 6 of them building. That might be excessive, but I think based on like the it's 544 with the supply. Not quite as bad, but still pretty bad. I'm going to just build up this entire hex with research centers. I don't know how affordable that will be, I guess, you know, 6 more. So 6 times this number right here. 2 more would be roughly 1 mil. So like we'd have like 2 million, I guess. That's not exactly 6 times. I don't know. 2.5 million megawatts. That's 5.5 years to build up that much energy. Yeah, that is a lot of energy. But it'll be handy once we get it. Had I known that this is how the resources were going to go, I would have started building up more earlier. But that's not what we got dealt. I do kind of want to build up some more finished goods capacity. It will require more energy and other things, but it would be very useful to get pumping out, that's for sure. We don't have to worry about like anything else being placed. Well, I guess we might need to worry. Metal ore, does metal ore go on any of these towns over here? No metal ore. Agriculture can go on some, but in Supreme Ruler you can't. Oh, okay, no, I guess you can. In this one, you can build agriculture on these locations. So I might want to take a look at where things can build before I decide exactly what to do. But looking up here, simply, there are 2 towns here where nothing can be built on. Sedai. Oh gosh, here you go. Sedai and Execripi. Energy would have already been built if it could be. Yeah, so anything else is just extra. So I'm going to start building some finished goods facilities. 4 of them here. I guess 6 of them right here. Just for now. Just put those on the towns. And I'm actually going to go... How long do these take to build? About a year? Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go to the capital. And I'm going to scrap the ones that are here. Because way more important buildings should be going on the capital. If you ask me. In addition, we're probably going to want to build more power plants at the same time. Because we're just going to need so many of these. Because I still also haven't figured out how it's going to work with everything else. Like the energy collectors and whatnot. So let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We did 24 last time, so that puts us to a nice, more even number. Let's put that just going down there for right now. Connect these. There you go. Connect that. Get all this connected. Get this stuff connected. There you go. And can't forget about this. Or this. And so that's all building. That's good. So we have more power being made. We have more finished goods being made. We probably could have started doing this all a long time ago, but the merchant AI has been keeping us afloat. Research and other things have been our main limiters, and, well, I'm building a lot of research centers now, at the very least. It may be a little late to get started on it, so we might even fall behind other AI in the next couple of years, but for now, hopefully we won't fall too far behind, and eventually we're going to have 6 more slots to utilize. Albeit, it might take a while. Yeah, 5 years. 5.5 years, maybe. The times just went up like crazy. Also, can't forget... Oh, my planetary engineer went away. I have a planetary colony ship that can colonize. You can use it to drop off colonials? Colonists? But we're going to send it over here, and we're going to form this into a colony, which shouldn't change a whole lot of anything. Why? Why do you want me to put it there? It's in a mountain. It's a weird spot. Let me see what the resources look like. This is metal ore map. This is agriculture. This is energy map. Energy is pretty sparse. The home world has more energy than most other locations, I notice. Yeah, this is, I guess, a decent spot. It's pretty centralized. Sure, yeah, it's pretty centralized, pretty defendable. And this place is going to be requiring a navy, that's for sure. So we'll send that out. This is a small planet. It's not as big as our medium planet. Speaking of which, if I go look at these aliens, what did they start with? They started with a medium planet as well. Okay, that's cool. And how can I interact with them exactly? Is there like a support government option? like there is in Supreme Ruler, or there is not, and there's really nothing here to work off of. We start out with war justification towards them and vice versa. I don't really know how you manipulate that in this game, because in Supreme Ruler, you would do that with supporting or opposing governments. There's no button for that here, so I'm not really sure how that works. There's just a big declare war button. I don't know if that's like one tap and then that's it. Let me save before I press this button. Just want to see what this does. No, okay, it has a confirmation. There's nothing else to really do. So diplomacy is going to be a lot harder to manipulate here, but with medium volatility, I guess war is going to be pretty much guaranteed anyway. All right. They have another medium planet. I guess all these planets are probably thin or gaseous in this case. They don't have an energy collector yet. Don't know if they've researched it. We have a survey ship back home. I'm guessing that's the one that was low on energy, and it's now probably resupplied. This one is running dangerously low on energy, up by Fapfua. So I'm going to have it FTL back here. I think I can shift click to get this far, but I can just tell it to go to the beacon. I don't know if it will use the beacon by default anyway. There's a survey drone. The survey ship's going out here, so I could just tell this survey ship to go to Fapfua and finish that off. I guess no, I just right click and it'll bring you in to select a location. I still don't think you can actually select a location though, but there's only one more place to discover there. I have to make sure, I guess, still to, you know, just micromanage it to the best of my ability. It's a shame that they can't just figure out how to do this all by themselves. I don't know why I need to micromanage them, or why they'll just fly around until they blow up. This is the kind of logic that only exists in Supreme Ruler games. The planes do that in Supreme Ruler as well. No other game would ever, like, I've never played another strategy game that would allow their AI to be so stupid without suffering like massive sales losses and going out of business. But here we are. At this point, one thing that I can also, one thing I haven't looked at in a while is this. That unemployment's not really moving. Literacy's gotten much higher as goods have been set to be rationed out to up to 130%. I'm going to change ore to aggressive export, just like with agriculture. We're still not positive on anything else to be able to really be exporting it, but one way I will support this whole aggressive export of ore will be to go into space and actually build an ore harvester around New Earth to harvest from Vugio 1 here, which is just an asteroid, and potentially from other things, I don't really know. But things acquired from space do appear to be notably better than things acquired from planet side. They also require a lot more in the way of finished goods to make as well. I went ahead and I reclaimed some of the finished goods, not all of them. About 1/2 mil from Misuthia and 1/4 mil from Xano, because I realized, they don't need that much. The colonies could definitely use it. I've already looked at the requirements. They need it. But these two places, they only need it as much as they need for building. Not that I'm having any trouble with maintaining these goods. For throwing around 1 million to be particularly difficult, I make 1 million in like 7 or 8 days, but still, this is preferential. I've thrown into the building queue another stellar engineer, kind of with the idea of throwing 3 over to Trothop here, which is not fully explored due to all these asteroids, so that I can claim the space, anyway, of both habitable planets as well as this moon around one of the habitable planets. And then I can get them creating, say, ships, like survey ships. I could get each of them, maybe. Even just one of them would be great. To have a survey ship of their own and then just have them survey the rest of these asteroids for me. And, I mean, I guess they could harvest the ore. I still have never once had an automated trade. Reptirian Xenoth. I guess they made another colony. We'll look at that in a moment. I have never had any automated trades or anything happen with any of my colonies. It's set to auto-accept just like colonies would be in Supreme Ruler. And, oh, whoops. Let's see. What do you guys have? But look at this right here. No, that's finished goods. 10 mil. All right, so they got 10 mil. That's nothing to sneeze at, but in terms of my overall usage, it's not a lot. So they're making a good amount of energy, but it's not an insane amount. I don't really know if they're going to automatically send me their energy or not, or if I have to specifically demand it from them. I guess, you know, we'll figure it out with time still, but I'm keeping an eye on it. I haven't had it happen yet. Let's look at what this is, if I can pull it up. 84 days until election, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Xenoth. Ooh! An orbital station. They don't seem to have anything planet-side. But right here, yeah, I sent someone to explore over here, so they have gotten into other systems. They do have stellar engineers. Oh, you know, because I'm just realizing I don't even have anything claimed in other systems. So in a way, in certain ways, they are ahead of me. But we have the orbital weapon platforms almost done. Interstellar colony ships will be done here shortly as well. So we can hopefully keep expanding. I was about to show you guys. Navigation in this game's weird. Yeah, I threw in that one extra stellar engineer with the idea of just claiming all those things in that one system over. And then I put 10 attack fighters in to eventually replace these 3 interceptors. They have a little less defense, but they have much better attack, like roughly twice the attack, sort of. Maybe more than that. They have much better energy that they can have and much better speed, which would theoretically, yeah, it would give them theoretically more range, I believe, in order to respond to threats in the system. What is this? An anomaly? Where is this? A place that we are not... Oh, look at that. These anomalies we're scouting. Look at that, yeah. These anomalies are speeding up our tech research very slowly, but they are speeding it up. I have now finished researching the orbital weapons platform, so we're just going to let it continue with tech that's already queued up. And these orbital weapon platforms are going to change how we do things in space. So every single defense platform we've ever made is now going to be scrapped. Every single one. And that's why I only built one pretty much everywhere. Because we're going to replace them with better things. But this will require me going to every single one individually, scrapping it, waiting for them to be scrapped. We actually didn't build any defenses here at all. Wow. And then I'm going to replace them with one kinetic and one energy defense platform on every single location, which I feel like that's how the AI probably plans on doing it as well. Because I've seen the AI building 2 defense platforms so far. I'm not sure if that's something it's just going to do all the time. Like, I don't know if it's going to upgrade, right? Or if those initial defense platforms will stay there and they will never be upgraded type of a thing. I'm not sure. Wow, that scrapping happened actually really fucking quickly. So I can now go ahead and take, say, the ballistic platforms and just go to every single location here. Place one. We do have resources everywhere, so this shouldn't be an issue for anyone. Get those ballistic ones placed. And the energy ones are building up. Why does it say orbital shipyard? What? I don't know why it says orbital shipyard, but it's clearly not an orbital shipyard that we started building. I'm also going to place an energy weapons platform, 30,000 tons. That's quite a bit. All right, well, good thing I left, you know, a lot of finished goods at these locations. So the energy ones go here as well. And here. And the last place we need to put one is right here. And there you go. So now everything here will be all built up on our home planet, as good as we can get it anyway. And all these other locations will have plenty of stuff as well. I might reclaim a little bit extra of finished goods from this location. Maybe another 150,000 tons. They don't really need the amount that I gave them. And that should be fine. Transport incoming, yeah. I have a feeling the game expects me to go to every single colony that I have. And then, like, specifically say, hey, all that energy, give it to me. which is going to get very micromanagey really quickly. Hopefully that's not the case and it does become automated to some extent. I don't know. But we have a nice full episode, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you on another video.